Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Pooborama, and in today's video, we'll be taking a look at the Benefactor SM722, an incredibly weird-looking sports car. It's a roadster, as it has no roof, and I'm actually a pretty big fan of the overall car's looks. In today's video, we'll be fully customizing the vehicle, showing what it has to offer, not only on performance, but lap time, and we're going to start off by talking about the price tag. If you make your way over to the two-door section in Legendary Motorsport, you'll find it fairly high up on the list. It's normally at a very expensive price tag of $2.1 million, but this week it's quite cheap at $1.5. That's actually not a bad price tag at all for this vehicle. So in today's video, we're going to tell you everything you need to. Let's get straight into it. Starting off, let's upgrade this car. I've actually owned this SM722 in my garage for like the past year on my Broke to Millions account, but I've literally never upgraded it. I don't even know which garage it's in. It might be my casino garage, because that's like one of the only garages I haven't upgraded all my cars in, but it works out perfectly for today's video because I get to upgrade it while it's on discount. So we've done the armor, we've done the brakes, now we got some bumper options. Now there are actually some decent changes, as we can see. We've got a Carbon Speed Mark II bumper, which is all carbon, or we can do a Speed Mark II bumper. Now, personally, I like the Speed because we got some white that we can put on it, which we'll obviously be able to change the color of. I also do like the Speed bumper. That one looks pretty cool as well. Just the Mark II bumper looks a lot better. We got some rear diffuser options as well. You can see there's a couple different designs. You can do a street diffuser, or we can do a racer diffuser, which is kind of weird looking, but it's still kind of cool. I'm going to stick with we're going to do the Carbon Speed diffuser. I think that one looks very, very nice. We're going to upgrade the engine maxed, and we got some exhaust we can do. Now we can actually do some side exit exhaust, which looks sick. I'm actually glad that Rockstar has removed the holes. There's some vehicles where there's little cutouts where the exhaust come through, and when putting on side exhaust, it doesn't change that from the back, and because that makes the car look really ugly. But this vehicle, you can actually put those side exhausts on both sides, and it completely hides the back. So I actually think that looks great. I'm a big fan of that. We got some hood designs, which are actually pretty cool. We got the bulge hood, which it looks okay. We got a performance hood. We got a racer hood, vented hood, and the speed hood. Honestly, I think I'm going to go with the speed hood. Yeah, I think that one looks the best with the little striping on it. I think that looks really, really cool. We got some lights, which we're going to put on Xenon. Oh yeah, not too bad. And we got some livery options. We can do a big old black stripe, a red stripe, and white stripes down the center. That actually looks pretty cool. We got some green arrow design. We got a black arrow. We got Racer 11. This one's pretty cool looking. We got Racer 10, Diamonds. Then we got Fading Bands, Speed. That's the one I've had on my vehicle previously. We're not going to go with Speed. We're going to do a different one. I think that actually looks sick. We're using Racer 11 with a Torino red. I just really like the way that this red kind of matches the livery itself. It blends in pretty well. So that's what we are going to be sticking with. We got some roof accessories we can put on the car. We got a secondary arc roof bar, force roof bar, and a carbon. Honestly, I kind of like the stock one, and I also like the arc, but we're going to stick with the stock. I just think that looks cooler with the overall design it has. We got some splitters we can put on the front, and I actually really like the Carbon Arc Mark II already, so we're probably going to put that on. Yeah, I'm going to definitely say that that one looks the best. We are not going to sell the car. We also got carbon performance skirts we can do, which is also sick. It's got our secondary matte white that kind of follows flush through it. I do like the carbon speed skirts as well. A lot of the other ones don't have much going for them. I do like the racer skirts too. That one looks really, really nice. I might go for the racer skirt. I don't really love this one too much. Yeah, I'm going to go for the racer skirts. I think that one looks actually really, really clean. We got some spoiler designs. We can do the carbon performance spoiler, which kind of has like a zigzag design to get up to the spoiler itself. We can do a more sleek one. I actually really like that secondary street spoiler. That one looks really, really cool. Ooh, the street spoiler too looks really nice. Okay, we can do a carbon speed spoiler, and a lot of the other ones seem pretty bare bones basic to be completely real. So we can either go with like this really weird zigzag one, or we can go with the secondary street. I'm going to stick with the secondary. I actually think that one looks really, really cool, especially with the way it kind of comes off of the car with the trapezoid design. That looks really, really cool. We're going to do street suspension, race transmission. We're going to put a turbo on the vehicle. We got some wheel types that we can change. We'll just do my normal Hyper. We're going to do tire design, tire enhancements, and there's no windows because, yeah, you can't tint anything that doesn't exist. So there you have it. The car's fully upgraded. So here we have a view of the SM722. I actually think the car looks really nice. From the exhaust coming out to the side of the vehicle to the overall livery and the red that this car just stands out so nice in. I personally think that this is one of the coolest looking sports cars Rockstar has added into the game in a very long time. I just think it looks epic, so yeah, it's actually a pretty cool vehicle. We're going to head over to the test track, and we're going to see just how well this car can perform on handling and overall top speed. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, full speed ahead. Let's see what the SM722 can do. Let's start off by crossing the divider, and not too bad at all. Now, the problem I have personally noticed with this car in the past is the grip. For some reason, this car has like the worst grip I've seen in a while when it comes to the sports category. It's not all-wheel drive, it's only rear-wheel drive. And you can see, just like rolling around that corner there, the car already had some tire spin. That's not good. You want cars that have good grip, because it means that you can leisurely chill in a GTA session and drive around with never worrying about, you know, spinning out and stuff like that. This car, I don't know why, but it just really struggles with overall grip, and it's a bit unfortunate. But so far, it's done pretty well throughout the city. Now we're going to start making our way throughout Vinewood Hills, and we'll see how the car does. Try not to crash there. Okay, not too bad. Usually the uphill area isn't too bad for any cars, just because of the fact they have a lot of grip going throughout these corners. Well, you can see even there, we did actually lose quite a bit of tire spin and just everything there. But we're doing fine. We're at a minute on the clock so far, and we've just made our way throughout Vinewood Hills. Got to slow down a little bit to get around that car. There you go. Not all too bad. Full speed throughout that corner, and okay, we're doing pretty good so far. The car hasn't had too many problems. Now we arrive at the part that might be a bit of a struggle for the SM722, and that is the downhill gradient. We're going to slow down quite a bit, and okay, not too bad throughout the first corner, slowing down again, and oh boy, we can definitely see it lost a teeny bit of grip there, but nothing that we can't handle. The best way to go throughout these corners here, especially with cars that struggle on grip, is to really just hug them tight. And you can see that even hugging that corner tight, really the SM722 wants to fight it. But as long as we keep holding tight, should be fine. There you go. Okay, not all too bad. Alright, but you can see just how slow we're going through these corners. We are not going what I would consider very fast. Probably averaging like 80-ish miles an hour, which, I mean, I guess that's somewhat fast, but nothing incredible. We're at 2 minutes on the clock right now, and yeah, I mean, that's not the worst thing ever, but it's definitely not what I would consider to be anything impressive. Let's go wide so we don't have to lose a lot of speed, and then we can cut through this corner here. Hopefully there's no cars in front of us. Doesn't look like there are. Okay, that's pretty good. So this is where obviously that nice top speed is going to be played into use with the SM722. We are at 2 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock right now, which is actually better than I thought we were going to be real. Alright, here we are, and let's stop the stopwatch. So what I was able to get with the SM722 is a 2 minute 32 second lap. It's actually pretty good, I'm going to be real. That's better than I thought it was going to be. It's a good example of how, on paper, a lot of these cars, like Ruffy1322, has a website called GTAcars.net, and that's where I get top speeds and overall lap time performance. But the problem is, Bruffy tests his lap time throughout a closed-circuit course, and he's just driving throughout the city like this, around corners and stuff like that. The problem is, it's a lot better for cars that have really good grip and overall cornering capabilities, but for the majority of a GTA Online session, you're not going to be driving throughout the city just going around corner after corner. Apparently, I'm going to be driving into guardrails, but the thing is I like to test cars more in your average GTA Online experience and what you'd actually be witnessing. So when it comes to the performance of the SM722, it's not bad at all. It seems to be really, really solid, actually. I definitely wouldn't rank it within the top best of the sports class. The Pariah and other cars will do better. But for the price tag of $1.5 million, I would definitely suggest to pick this car up. I think it looks amazing. It's got good performance, decent handling, and overall it's just a really fun car. So I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.